quickly, get the best results, this is the method I prefer to do. Wheel wool is really great for getting all these little nooks and crannies in here. This stuff used to take me forever. Alright, got it nice and sudsy, got it clean. Your soil, all the soiling, all the dirt, grit and everything that we missed with the initial spray off with the degreaser should now be suspended in the suds. And I'll go ahead and rinse this off. Let me go ahead and show you what I was talking about with this. I'll spray it. I don't think this one was one of the ones that showed streaking in it. I do remember I cleaned this one before and it wasn't terrible. You see it doesn't really clean up great, this heat shielding material. It's really not worth getting wet. Some of them react differently to the pressure washer than some, so just for a liability standpoint, I would suggest not hitting this. Wires here around, so you don't have to worry about them as much. It's hot wire. See, I knocked all that stuff out of the battery tray and got all over the engine. So that's great. All that grit off there, for the most part. Right in here. That's why you want to check every little angle. You can see right there all that dirt and grit that I missed. Of course, we got a switch right there. Let me spray that after I get it covered up. Switch, cannon plug, I guess I can call it. Electrical connector. Kind of look it over, see if you missed anything obvious. I don't see anything. Looks real obvious. A little bit of grit here and there. And that battery tray, which is pretty nasty. Overall, not bad. Now I like to give it a quick blow off, and I could use my sidekick, but I think instead I'm going to use the master blaster to really get in there. You can do this with the compressor also.
to use a nice large volume of air.
That's fairly dry. Now I'll go to the dressing portion, which this may or may not be hyper dressing. I've been using Stoner's Trim Shine lately. I bought 5 gallons of that. It's a lot cheaper, even though I do prefer the hyper dressing. The Trim Shine is a much better value. And then anything rubber or anything plastic, you just want to spray it down, make it nice and sloppy in here.
Start with the back. This nice big piece of plastic here, and you see I'm just kind of getting it everywhere. We'll worry about cleaning it up later. At this point, you just want it all with a nice even coverage. Hoses, clamps, all this plastic trim. And get the battery. Just start the boxes.
You see I still got all the electrical connectors still covered. Last step, I'll break those out. Now, another safety tip I'll give you is your engine, even though it's been dried off, it's still damp, it's still wet. And what I like to do is not start the engine, not turn on the ignition at all. That way you don't risk causing one of those stray trons to pop a code on you. You don't have a check engine light, ABS light, anything like that. Let it sit for a while. Usually, you know, you do this the very first step, so you've probably got hours of detailing ahead of you. So while it's nice and sloppy like this, I'll close the hood and I'll start cleaning the rest of the car. And maybe a couple hours later, I'll open it up, and most of this will absorb in. I'll wipe up any puddles that I see. And at that point, I'll go ahead and pull all the towels out, start the engine, let it warm up to temperature, then I'll open it up, make sure there's no codes on, and just give everything a quick wipe down while it's drying. That the heat of the engine running will dry it a lot quicker. But you just want to make sure you got, I mean, this is a big one down there, your alternator. You want to make sure you get that towel out of there. Make sure you got all that stuff out of there. But yeah, let it sit for a while, let it dry, and as long as there's no electricity going through those wires, you have less of a chance of popping one of those codes. I'm gonna close this up, go ahead and wash the rest of the car, and then I'll come back later and show you the rest of the steps for it. Alright, I'm back. It's been about less than an hour. I washed the outside of the vehicle, got a nice shine on it. Pop the hood. See, most of the dressing has absorbed in. A couple little puddles I got to wipe up here and there. Looks pretty good. Got an old microfiber. Just kind of buff all this off. And there's going to be some puddles here and there that I'll have to blow out, and I'll use my compressor to do that.
And this is all part of the video that I'll probably be fast forwarding through. see you still got these puddles down there.
This is the Tornador blowout gun. I usually use it for carpets, but it's good for quick blowout on cracks and crevices of any surface of the vehicle. That's the plastic. For the metal, I like to use the express wax. I pretty much use this on everything. Just kind of spray it on there and wipe it off. Doesn't get much easier. Now remember what I said about watching these sharp edges when you're down here with a rag, 'cause they'll catch you. You gotta take your time and be meticulous about it.
Walk around. We got my wrist.
As you can tell, this is a big difference. Drips. It's time for the moment of truth. Sure if you can see in here, but I'm going to start the engine. Got all the towels out, double checked all your towels, and make sure there's no codes that pop up. Always makes me a little nervous, even though I've only had one code ever pop up on me, and it was an ABS code that I was able to use some chemical dry on the connector, and it cleaned it right out. But it looks pretty good. I don't see anything popped up here. No problems. Engine running. It's still got a couple little damp spots on it here and there. So I'll let this run for a little bit, let it dry up, and that is how to detail an engine. you have any comments, any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.